I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So bottom line is, Garret Bradbury has to go, right? And if you heard some of the recent things Kevin O'Connell said in his press conference, him as a head coach, being a leader, the leader of the team, right? He has to make certain things sound a certain way. Can't really just come out and bash a player or say a player is on his way out or say a player will not be the starter or say a player is doing bad, right? But news from training camp, Bradbury is still Bradbury. Kevin O'Connell said he hasn't made a decision yet. Bradbury does some good things here and there, has good technique, good in the screen game, but bottom line is the offensive line cannot afford to be a problem again this year. They cannot afford to have Bradbury get bench pressed by good defensive players, defensive linemen week in, week out. That cannot be allowed. Enough is enough. This has been a weak link, a liability for way too long, correct? Period. Bottom line. It is time for a change. If that's Chris Reed, so be it, whoever it is. If they have to bring someone in, you cannot allow Garret Bradbury to set your offense back, period. You cannot allow him to allow pressure on Kirk Cousins, period. Kirk needs protection, as much protection as he can get. And yes, Kirk is looking good in training camp. His pocket presence is seemingly better. His awareness is better. His pocket mobility and movement is seemingly better, right? Has improved, but okay. This is still the NFL. Kirk is still Kirk. He needs the protection. He is not a scrambling QB. That is not his strong point. That is not his game. Heavy. No matter how much it improves, he will never be a Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, even Rodgers, right? So you must get him as much protection as you can. We know the line has been a weak link for way too long. Garret Bradbury has been the ultimate liability. And it's just time for a change. It's time for him to go or be a backup, etc. Or, maybe move to a new position. But a change must be made. Harrison Phillips dominated him, right? In one-on-ones, one-on-one combat, etc. Domination. Harrison Phillips, think about the NFC, the dominant defensive lineman in the NFC, right? In the NFL in general, it will be a problem for him. It's been a problem for him going against great competitors, elite players, period, dog. Of course, Ed Donatel and that defensive staff can come up with great schemes, right? Great blitzes, great packages to confuse linemen, to create one-on-one situations with certain linemen, but that's exactly my point. If he can't handle one-on-one with Harrison Phillips, shout out respect to that guy as well. I think he will be a dominant force for the Vikings. Great addition to the D-line. But if he can't handle Harrison Phillips, what makes you think he can handle anyone else, dog? Any other top D lineman? Green Bay Packers, the Bears, etc. Year in, year out, he's shown he cannot be powerful in the run. He cannot hold up at first contact. He is not strong enough. He hasn't shown the capabilities or being capable of holding up, man, with the D-line with strong, bigger players, dog. It's just not in him. He's just not it. So it's time for a change, man. The line doesn't need to be the reason why the Vikings lose games once again, right? Period, man. It's time to make a decision. Make the decision now. I understand Kevin O'Connell wants to give guys a chance, right? As a coach, as the leader, wants to give guys the benefit of the doubt, I'm sure. Especially guys, who are good human beings, good guys. You dig me? But at the end of the day, it's a business. It's a competition. Who is the best? The best man shall play, period. The best man shall be on the field. That is not Garret Bradbury. He's proven that, dog, for 3-4 years straight. It is what it is at this point. You must move on, man. The guy has had numerous chances, multiple chances. He's just not it. He's not a starting center in the game, period. I've heard some say about moving him to tight end, etc. Whatever, man. Try whatever you want. But center O-line, no. Garret Bradbury must go, and go right now. That's my take, my opinion, period. Oh, me. Oh, me. I ain't got no picture, you hear me? SKOL. Like that.